Hey, I'm Chelsea, and in this video, I'll be taking you through a complete office makeover. I'm a full-time content creator and streamer, and my office is the space where I do a majority of my work. And there have been a couple of things that just haven't been working for me, but let me show you around first. Behind me, you can see the main focal point of our office, which is this giant gallery wall. This has served as the backdrop for a lot of my videos. It's the backdrop for my stream. Underneath the gallery wall is the daybed, and we use this room as a guest bedroom whenever we have friends coming over to stay. My partner is a full-time artist and graphic designer and sells his art at different conventions across the US, so we get to attend a lot of shows together. But speaking of my partner, let me show you what his part of the office looks like. My partner and I share this office, and this was the wall that was available based on our initial configuration. And this corner of the office is for my desk. Now, when we moved in, I really wanted to take advantage of the natural light, and I thought that by being in front of a window would give me the most light possible, especially for filming with the gallery wall in the background or even potentially streaming during the day. But as I've come to realize, it's not the best setup. One, having the monitors in front of the window means that it's actually just blocking a lot of the light that would trickle onto the desk. The second is that because I'm in front of a window, I lose a lot of space behind my desk to be able to decorate, which isn't necessarily the most important thing, but I see so many beautiful images of desks on my Instagram, and I've always wanted to emulate that or get close to feeling my own style of that, but it's just not possible because I have a window and I'm not going to hang up art on the window just to block all of that beautiful natural light. One of the other big reasons why we're deciding to shuffle this configuration is because it gets really hot in here. When I'm streaming, I have my PC running, and my partner tends to also do work while I'm in here streaming. The other thing is that we keep this door behind me closed so that when I'm on stream, you can't see into the rest of the apartment. But because this becomes an enclosed space, it gets really hot in here really fast. So when I'm streaming, this is the typical view that you get: gallery wall, daybed, and then the closed door. But let me show you what we hope the stream background's gonna look like. So this perspective is what I'm hoping the background of streams look like moving forward. I have a solution for the window right now. Hopefully it won't stay super blown out, and then the closet doors in the back. But the big thing is that the office door that is over here would be able to stay open while I'm streaming so that we don't suffocate while we're both in here. So here's the plan. We're going to take all of the big furniture pieces, my desk, my partner's desk, and the daybed, and rotate everything counterclockwise. So my desk is gonna go over where my partner's desk is, his desk is gonna come here where the gallery wall and daybed is, and I think the daybed is gonna be able to fit underneath this window. It's gonna be a lot of moving around and stuff, and our desks are both standing desks and they're quite heavy, so it's, yeah, we're just gonna see. Yeah, big stuff. This is a stone table, so it's actually really heavy. I just have to remember to lift from the bottom. Should be easy because they're just command stripped on. Oh. I hope you could hear that pop.
I did.
I hate these types of frames from Walmart. Don't get these, ever. They suck. I mean, they get the job done and they're cheap, but just get a real frame.
You did a good job with this wall.
Thank you. I already wanted to improve stream lighting anyways, because when I go back and edit my clips, I color correct anyways. Ow. It's happened to me too.
Yeah, I'll get these. Slap my fingers for you.
Ow.
That one actually hurt.
That one looked like it hurt. I'm really doing the most with these angles, huh?
That's a rec tool.
Okay. This is our current configuration now that everything has moved. We were a little worried about the clearance from the bed to my chair and my desk. I really want to have this corner be a focal point area that I can decorate, add art. As for David's desk, we were able to fit it on this wall. There is still a little bit of clearance here for us to walk through the door. And we decided to put both of our Alex drawers together on this side. Having this little bit of a gap means that we can still access the drawers, and it fills the space in that corner nicely. The last thing is, of course, having a bed up against a closet door is not a functional decision. But overall, I'm glad that the bed does clear underneath the window. The last thing that I want to do, at least in this part, is this window. So the window is going to be a huge focal point for my streams moving forward. And one thing that I've struggled with a lot when it comes to filming content is I don't want to dox myself about where I live. So I'm going to try to install window film on the glass, both for privacy and to kind of give some more visual interests for the room. I got these stained glass window films from a company called Artscape in 2 different designs. So this first one is this beautiful floral panel called Begonia. Also not sponsored, just Googled them and found something that I thought looked pretty. And then the second one is a thinner shape that is more like leaves and very colorful. The shape of my window is very large and it has 3 different panes of different sizes. So my idea was that on the bigger portions of the window, I was going to use this larger pattern, and then the bottom half that's more narrow, we're gonna do this one. I've never applied window film before. I've watched a couple of DIYers do this and it should be pretty straightforward. And then you actually just apply these with water and they stick on. So hopefully it's not too taxing of a process. Ooh, wow. Okay, ooh, it has a very plasticky smell to it. I mean, is anyone surprised? It is plastic. This is supposed to be 83 inches long. My window is 69.5, nice. And I need to leave a 1/4 inch all around, which is an 1/8 of an inch total. So, or if we subtract that from 83, the simple arithmetic, I just don't want to get my math wrong. New blade, nice and sharp. So now we're gonna move on to this design on the bigger panels of my window. Wow, it's gonna be really nice. Gotta do some more math. Something I learned from my DIY video is that when you have something that really likes to curl up and roll, usually it's not the thing itself that wants to roll, it's the backing. So you take a look at this. This thing got all curled up, but that stayed nice and flat. If you put enough soapy water down, it should just be able to slide around so you can get it right to where you need it to go. Hopefully, please don't let that be a lie. Now the goal is to get the pattern to line up. Oh, well, that was easy. I'm so pleased with how this window came out behind me. It looks really good. I was worried because this bottom pattern, the second piece I had to cut to line up, the pattern didn't fully match, and so I was worried that it was going to be very obvious here in this piece, but I did it, so I know where it is, but David came in and took him like a solid 30 seconds to figure out where it was, so not bad. Look at how beautiful this window is now. I like that I have a lot of privacy. I love the color that it lets in, but it's still letting in a decent amount of light. This is exactly what I wanted, and I think it looks really pretty. It's kind of bluish. No, huh? But I think it'll go nice here.
Yeah, it goes right there for sure.
Let me see on camera. Yeah, on camera,
A little too dark.
It's a little too dark.
Okay. Yeah, it looks better than Emerald City did.
Yeah, for sure.
Just if you don't want another shot.
And I get another foil, which complements the sakura print over there. Yeah, because I was looking on camera, and because of the way that the thing is angled, I need to fill all the way down if I want it to look full. Next project we're going to tackle is adjusting the positions of my monitors, but David had to order longer DisplayPort cables for us, so let's get to it. It is a few days later and I've ordered a shelf for us to put into this corner. Easy enough. So I think the shelf fits pretty nicely right here. I think it's a good height, and obviously it fits in the gap here between the desk and the wall. A couple days ago we also did an IKEA run, and so I want to put this pegboard right here on this part of the wall just to be able to utilize the wall space some more and vertical height that I have it now. I also got some accessories to hang some things off of the pegboard, of course, and I would like to be able to hang some of my keyboards up here. It is a very aesthetic thing to do. The problem is, and that I'm worried about, is that many of my keyboards are metal and heavy, and so I don't know how much weight these hooks and this pegboard can hold, if it's going to be 10-15 pounds of metal keyboards up here. So we might just test it, see how that is. And then I got some other cute accessories to kind of highlight my keyboard hobby that I have cultivated over many years. They don't perfectly line up, but I guess they don't have to. I also have these little bins, which I'm going to fill with spare switches. Not an original idea, but my switches are just sitting in a storage bin anyway, so why not display them? Oh, perfect. Wow. Now, do we think that one more could fit here? I'm gonna wait and see how the shelf looks up against the wall, and then we can rearrange everything on the pegboard. We're gonna finagle this a little bit and I'll figure something out. And then we also get to decorate the shelves, which is very exciting. I don't know if you all can see, but we have these drywall plugs from David's shelf when his desk was on this side of the wall. And I'm just curious to see if the shelf that I just made will fit. Because I kind of eyeballed it and it looks like it, so. No shot. I also don't think it's level, but I think it's because the piece of wood isn't level. And the other big thing is that it's not centered to my desk, but just wanted to try. That's not level. Okay, false alarm. It is level because this bracket wasn't actually attached. It was kind of just precariously hanging, and now it's flush with the wall and it's level.
6 months later.
Hello. It's been a couple of months since the last office update, and I admittedly just forgot to keep filming this video. The space is really filled out and it's not in its final form by any means, but I feel like it is as complete as it's going to be in order for this video to make sense. So come on, let's go. So here's my wall of the office and I'm pretty proud of it. It's about at 80% complete. I have added decorations and knickknacks onto the bookshelf. I took the shelf above my desk and ended up moving it down and centering it to my desk, which I think added a lot of balance to it. I'm still deciding if I'm going to put art behind the monitors, mainly because I use one of my lights to bounce light off of the wall while I'm streaming. But overall, it's pretty nice. The daybed corner hasn't changed all that much. I've switched out a couple of art prints on the closet doors. I finally managed to get this IKEA donut lamp that I've had on my wish list for a couple of years now. But one major thing I did add were these automatic Roman shades that are blackout so that I can control the lighting for my stream backgrounds. I originally put up window film for privacy, but also thinking that I would be able to have the window in the background for different things, but it's still pretty blown out, so the blackout shades were absolutely necessary. And this wall is my partner's desk, and if I'm gonna be honest, it's my favorite wall in the entire office. I think he did such a great job framing a lot of these different art prints and putting up fake plants to make the space feel really lush. We have one real plant in the corner, which is the only kind of plant that we can keep alive. And I honestly don't mind the look of fake plants, especially since we have a decent variety of them. All in all, I'm really loving how our office turned out. All of the concerns we had at the beginning with how hot it gets in here, the arrangement of things, having a pretty background for streams, has all been resolved, and I'm just really excited to see how this space continues to evolve in the future. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye!